Narayanam namaskritya Naram chaiva narottamam Devim saraswatim vyasam Tato jayamudiraye Nasta prayesha vadreshu Nityam bhagavata sevaya Bhagavati uttama shloke Bhaktir bhavati naishtake Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 8, text 37 to 39. Satatra dadrishe vishvam Jagat stasnu chakam dishaha Sadri vipabdi bhugolam Savayu amindu tarakam Satatra dadrishe vishvam Jagat stasnu chakam dishaha Sadri vipabdi bhugolam Savayu agnindu tarakam Please chant.
Satatra dadrishe vishvam Jagat sasnu chakam disha Sadri dvipabdi guguram Savayu agnindu tarakam
Satatra dadriche vishvam Jagat stasnu chakam disha Sadri dvipadi Bukolam Sadhyayu aginum tarakam
Satatra dadrishe vishvam Jagat stasnu chakam disha Sadri dvipabdi bhugolam Savayu agnindu tarakam
Mataji, ladies.
Satatra dadrishe vishvam Jagat stasnu chakam disha Sadri vipabdi bhugolam Savayu agnindu tarakam
I'll read the other two verses. Jyotish chakram janam tejo navaswan viya evacha vaikarika nindriyani manomatra gunastraya etat vichitram saha jivakala swabhava karma shaya linga vedam sunostanao bhikshya vidaritasye brajam satmanam avata shankam. Translation, please repeat word by word. Sa Mother Yashoda. Tatra, within the wide open mouth of Krishna. Dadrishe, so, Vishvam, the whole universe. Jagat, moving entities. Stasnu, maintenance of non-moving entities. Cha, and Kam, the sky. Disha, the directions. Saadri, with the mountains. Dvipa, islands. Abdi, and oceans. Bhugolam, the surface of the earth. Savayu, with the blowing wind. Agni, fire. Indu, the moon. Tarakam, stars. Translation: when Krishna opened his mouth wide by the order of Mother Yashoda, she saw within his mouth all moving and non-moving entities, outer space and all directions, along with mountains, islands, oceans, the surface of the earth, the blowing wind, fire, the moon and the stars. She saw the planetary systems, water, light, air, sky, and creation by transformation of Ahankara. She also saw the senses, the mind, sense perception, and the three qualities, goodness, passion, and ignorance. She saw the time allotted for the living entities. She saw natural instinct and the reactions of karma. And she saw desires and different varieties of bodies, moving and non-moving. Seeing all this aspect of the cosmic manifestation, along with herself and Vrindavan Dham, she became doubtful and fearful of her son's nature. Purport. All the cosmic manifestations that exist on the gross and subtle elements, as well as the means of their agitation, the three gunas, the living entity, creation, maintenance, annihilation, and everything going on in the external energy of the Lord, all this comes from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda. Everything is within the control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9:10. Maya Yakshena Prakriti Suyate Sajana Charam. Everything in the material nature, Prakriti, works under his control, because all these manifestations come from Govinda. They could all be visible within the mouth of Govinda. Quite astonishingly, Mother Yashoda was afraid because of intense maternal affection. She could not believe that within the mouth of her son such things could appear. Yet she saw them, and therefore she was struck with fear and wonder. Om Agyanati Vinandasya Yananjana Shalakaya Chakshurukundana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in darkest of ignorance, and my spiritual master Srila Prabhupada opened my eyes with torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble respect to the Jesus and to him, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this is a very famous and amazing pastime of Krishna in Vrindavan. And it proves definitely Krishna is the origin of everything. Everything is coming from him. He confirms that in the Bhagavad Gita. Aham sarvasya pravamatta sarva pravartate iti matto ajantima buddhabhava samavita. All the material spiritual world are coming from me. And the wise person who knows that, they worship me with all their heart. So to know Krishna means to love him, because he's so wonderful. He's so amazing. He's so powerful, so loving, and he has so many wonderful qualities. So, by studying Krishna's qualities, we find out that the Nectar of Devotion explained that Krishna has 64 qualities in full. And even Narayana we living entities, when we become liberated from the material world, we can have 78 of Krishna's qualities. That means 50 of Krishna's qualities. Not in full either. Less amount, but less intensity, but 50 of 64. And Lord Shiva, he has 84% of Krishna's quality. He has 55 of Krishna's quality, which include omniscience. He's omniscient also, Shiva. Not at the same level of Krishna. And Lord Narayana of Vaikuntha, he has 93% of Krishna's quality. He has 60 of 64. So Krishna has 4 qualities that only he has. Nobody, no other avatar with Narayana, nobody has, only he has these 4 qualities. And these 4 qualities are Rupa Madhurya, this beautiful, most attractive form. Venu Madhurya is the sound of his, so sweet sound of his flute. Leela Madhurya is wonderful pastimes, especially his childhood pastime, very attractive. And Prema Madhurya is surrounded by the love of such great devotee like devotees. Nobody else has this. Only he has these qualities, special qualities. So, first we understand, it's very important, that Krishna is controlling all the material energy. He's the supreme controller. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha. Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. He's the cause of all causes. He's the origin of everything, but he has no origin. I heard the story of a Christian saint. I don't remember his name. I think I remember his name. Saint Aquino, maybe. Aquinos. Anyway, he was walking on the beach and he saw a child making a hole in the sand. So he stopped and asked the child, "What are you planning to do in this hole?" And the child said, "I want to put all the ocean within this hole." The saint laughed. He said that, "Child, the ocean is too big, can't fit in this small hole." And the child told him, "And you, with your small brain, you are trying to understand God." Because he was thinking about God, but he was thinking like, okay, I understand God is eternal, he never ends, he will forever. But I can't understand how he has no beginning. It's very difficult for me to understand how he has no beginning. So he was thinking like that, and God spoke to him through the child. You can't understand with the mind. It's not by mental speculation we come to know about God, about Krishna. It's by loving service. He will reveal. He will reveal to us. Not only through hearing, reading the Shastra, of course, is very important, but also through actual realization. Actual realization is you have the conviction that it's true. Through loving service, devotional service, you have some spiritual experience that proves to you that it's true, that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and I am his eternal servant. At the beginning of the movement, Prabhupada was giving initiation more easily, at the beginning, when he started. So one day, 2 young devotees, they came to him, say, "Prabhupada, we hear that tomorrow we are going to give initiation. Can we also be initiated?" "How long have you been in movement?" 2 weeks. Okay, let me ask you two questions. Are you chanting your round area? We are chanting, following the rules. Very good. Let me ask you two questions. Who is Krishna? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And who are you? We are His eternal servant. Very nice. Tomorrow you will be initiated. So at least they understood the most basic personalist philosophy. We are personalists. Very important. At the beginning, when Prabhupada started criticizing the impersonalists, the devotee didn't know who are the impersonalists. Who is speaking about? They have no idea who the impersonalists. Then they understood the impersonalists, they were themselves. Because by your mental speculation, you can't go beyond impersonal philosophy. That's the most you can achieve by your own endeavor, by your own mind, intelligence. Only by revelation through pure devotees and Shastra we can know the personal aspect of God, to know Him as He is. I remember when I was teenager, I was what you call altar boy. Altar boy. Altar boy means assist the priest in the altar. I was helping the priest, to what do you call it?
Enfant de cœur.
So I asked the priest, I read in the Bible that we are made in the image of God. Can you please tell me how God looks like? I had this curiosity. He must have like human-like form, but can you tell me how He looks? He said, that's a mystery, nobody has seen God. And I thought, how did He knows nobody has seen God? Did He ask everyone? Maybe at least maybe one person must know about God more personally. Anyway, I kept reading the Bible. I read that Jesus said, there are more truth to be told, but you are not ready to understand. Seek the truth and it will make you free. I thought He's giving permission. If you don't find it here, look somewhere else. So that's how I opened up my mind and started searching. First I became a vegetarian, started practicing yoga, and then came to know about Bhakti yoga. A friend of mine gave me a small book, Prabhupada's book. I read the book. Immediately I became interested. And anyway, and one day we were with a friend, we were walking the street, and one devotee invited us to the temple. You want to practice yoga, you're vegetarian, very nice. Come on Sunday feast. We read Bhagavad Gita, we chant mantras, and we have dancing, chanting, and vegetarian feast. You will love it. Come. Okay? We are interested. We want to know. So we went. When I entered the temple, I remember the first thing I asked the devotees, for you, how God looks like. And they showed me a beautiful big oil painting of Radha and Krishna. And there was the river Yamuna with lotus flowers, the big beautiful white cow, the peacocks, monkeys, the nature, Radharani next to Krishna, Krishna playing the flute. And I looked at the painting and I thought to myself, why not? He looks very beautiful. He must be God. And I thought, all religions of the world looking for God. And this Hare Krishna people are so brave, they put this painting on the wall of the temple. I like this. I want to know more about Krishna. So, and then of course start visiting the temple, start chanting. The rest of it is history. But I mean to say, Krishna consciousness is receiving all this information about, so personal information about God. I mean, I used to think, if God created the world in 6 days and took rest the 7th day, what he was doing the 8th day? What he was doing before creating the world, because he's eternal. He must have been doing something. Never find that answer until I read Prabhupada's book. I find all. I spoke with devotees, I found all the answers. No? So Krishna's form is so attractive, so beautiful. No? Sometimes, you know, in the Christian religion, they paint God as an old man. You know, in the 16th chapel in the Vatican, they paint God creating man, and he's looks old. You know, with wrinkles, white hair, white beard, creating the man. And I thought to myself, why they paint God old? The Bible doesn't say he's old. But they think, I guess, that since he created the universe, and this was so long ago, he must be old by now. And if he's Jesus' father, he might look older than Jesus. That's their logic, no? But according to Brahma Samhita, he's Adyam Purana Purushana Vajovanamcha. He's the oldest person, but always young and beautiful. Never gets old. Because only material bodies get old. But he doesn't have a material body. His body is spiritual. Sachitananda Vigraha. Full of bliss, full of knowledge. So this is very interesting, very important information. And not only has a beautiful eternal form, he also has wonderful qualities. He's so loving, he's so grateful, he speaks so many languages. He can speak even with the birds and the animals. That's explained in the Nectar of Devotion. And he has so many wonderful qualities. So these 4 qualities of Krishna we are speaking about, once in Dwarka, Arjuna was visiting there. You know, Prabhupada said in a letter that Arjuna and Kunti, they are never in the spiritual world. They are always in the material world serving Krishna. They are pure devotees, eternally liberated soul. But wherever Krishna goes and universe, they go serving Krishna there. So to be with Krishna, you are in the spiritual world. Doesn't matter if it is in the material world, is it? So Prabhupada said, even Arjuna has avatars in different universes at the same time. He said, living entity can be very powerful. We have no idea how powerful, living entity can be when it's liberated. Anyway, so Arjuna was visiting there. And when he was in the palace, he saw one Brahmana coming and complaining to Ugrasena, Krishna's grandfather. Because the Brahmana, he was married, he had a wife, but every time one child would be born, the son will die soon after birth. So he went to complain to Maharaj Ugrasena. He said, what kind of king you are that in your kingdom this type of things happen? It's not natural. The natural thing is that the son survives the father, not the other way around. So you must have doing something wrong that in your kingdom this unnatural thing is happening. So I'm losing my faith in the Kshatriyas, and like he was complaining. He said, I lost 8 children, one after the other, dying immediately after birth. So he left the palace very disturbed. Ugrasena didn't say a word, He didn't say anything. But Arjuna followed the Brahmana, and outside the palace he spoke to him. He said, I'm very sorry for your loss, but I'm also heard that you say you lost your faith in the Kshatriyas. I'm a Kshatriya also. And I want to protect your next child. I promise you I will protect him even from Yamaraj himself. The Brahmana said, no, I don't believe anybody. Even Krishna Balram here didn't do anything, so why should I believe you? Arjuna said, I promise you, if I can't protect your next son, I will end up my life. I will make a junkyard fire, enter the fire, give up my life, if I can't protect your son. Okay, I will give you one opportunity. So the wife was pregnant, and after, some time she was going to give birth, so Arjuna was there at the door of the house with his Gandiva bow and ready, even Yamaraj come, I will defy him. So the son was born, he was crying, everybody happy, and after a few minutes, he died. So the Brahmana came out shouting, Arjuna, you could not protect my son, he's dead now. Arjuna said, okay, I will look for him, bring him back. So Arjuna sat down and in meditation, and with his subtle body he went to Yamaloka. He asked Yamaraj, did you take a small Brahmana son from Dwarka? No, nobody from Dwarka came here. So he went to different parts of the universe asking everyone, with his traveling with the mind speed is very strong, I remember some years ago, I had a dream that I was visiting the Paris temple. At that time they have a restaurant, some years ago. And I knew one devotee invited me for prasad at the restaurant. We went to the restaurant, we're having prasad together. And we have nice talk, devotional talk. And suddenly I realized something, and I asked the devotee, Prabhu, I don't remember how I came to France. I don't remember taking a flight or ship or anything. How I came here? I was bewildered in the dream. And the devotee smiled, he said, you came in the chariot of the mind. Then I realized I'm in a dream, I wake up, oh, I was a dream. But it looks so real, It looks so real.
Dreaming of France, huh?
France, yeah.
So you can.
Because I lived here sometime, many years ago, 79, 80, something. Anyway, so then Arjuna came back, he could not find the sun. So he made a fire, was going to jump in the fire, I could not, withhold my word, my promise to the Brahmana. What is the use of living if I can't protect the Brahmanas, So he made a fire, chanted the mantra, he's going to jump in the fire, and Krishna stopped him. Stop. I know where all the children are. Come in my chariot, I will take you. Let's go there, bring them back. So Arjuna jumped in the chariot, and the chariots flying in the sky. Horses, they have no wings, they can fly anyway. These are Krishna's horses. Anyway, they are not from this world. So they went through all the universe, Brahmalok, everything. They entered Brahma Jyoti. Arjuna has to close his eyes because it was so powerful, effulgence. And he was feeling that the Brahma Jyoti was sucking him in, so he prayed to Krishna, please protect me, I don't want to lose my identity, to serve you. So Krishna touched his eyes, protected his eyes, he could open his eyes, and he was okay. And they went all the way to Brahma Jyoti, they arrived in Vaikuntha and went to the planet of Mahavishnu, Loka. Mahavishnu has his own planet. It's not always all. He's lying there. Once he created the universes from his body, he has his own planet, has his own pastime, eternal associate. So they arrived at Mahavishnu Loka. Mahavishnu was sitting in a big throne and he was being fanned. But as soon as he saw Krishna and Arjuna, he got up, welcomed them, And he told them, I offer his obeisance, you are the same Nara Narayan, There is an avatar of Krishna called Nara Narayan. Nara is Arjuna and Narayan is Krishna. They do austerities in the Himalayas to teach people the importance of doing tapasya. Anyway, once Kamadev, Cupid came to entice them, to tempt them with beautiful girls, But Narayan started creating from his own body more beautiful girls. So they defeated Kamadev. That's one pastime of Narayan. Anyway, so, and Mahavishnu apologized. He said, I am the culprit. I did kidnap all this boy from Dwarka. Because I knew you will come here to take them back. And why I did that? Because I wanted to see your beautiful form. Such a beautiful, attractive form you have, Krishna. That I did all this just to see you. So even Mahavishnu is attracted to see Krishna. Because Krishna is in own expansion, but he still feels attraction. Once Krishna saw his reflection on the pillar in Dwarka, and he saw that his image in the pillar, and he thought, who is this young, beautiful boy? He's so attractive. I wish to hug him like Radharani hugs him. So even Krishna is attracted to his own beautiful form. He's so beautiful, so attractive, So that's Rupa Madhurya. And Rupa Goswami, one of his prayers said, my dear friend, if you still want to enjoy society, love and friends, don't go to the shore of the Yamuna at the Keshi Ghat, because there is Govinda playing on his flute. And if you see him, you will not want to come back to the material world. So don't go there if you still want to enjoy society, love and friendship in this world, Like that. Of course, when generally speaking, when we are told not do this, we want to do it more. He's saying do it, but he's saying don't do it. If you want to remain in the material world, then don't go there. So, and Krishna's sound of his flute is so sweet, so wonderful, that when he played the flute in Vrindavan, even Brahma and Shiva, they hear the sound of those playing, this planet reach their planet, They hear it and they become completely absorbed in the beautiful melody played by the flute, and they become completely in trance and ecstasy. Sometimes they will come down to come closer, to see and hear Krishna's playing the flute. And sometimes Krishna plays the flute and some wonderful things happen, like, for example, all the moving entities, animals and humans, they become stunned, they can't move, they remain like a statue because of ecstasy, happiness, they can't move. And the non-moving entity like trees and hills, mountains, they start shaking. And at that autumn, the trees, they drop their leaves like tears out of love for Krishna. And the gopis were cooking or taking care of the house. They become like a statue when they hear the flute. The food is burning, everything. The milk falls apart, everything. And the small calves, they are drinking milk from the cows. They can't drink anymore. They open their mouths like that, and milk dropping from their mouth. They try to catch with their ears the nectar of Krishna's flute. Like that. And the swans who are swimming in the crystal clear lake with lotus flowers, they close their eyes and enter into samadhi, trance. These are some of the effects of hearing Krishna's flute. Then you have the childhood pastime of Krishna, so sweet and so attractive. once Mother Yashoda was busy, so she told her friend, the gopis, please give Krishna his dinner. Krishna liked all sweet milks. That's his favorite. So they brought varieties of sweets for Krishna. Krishna, take any, what you like. Peda, sandesh, burfi, rasgulla, rasmalai, all different varieties. And Krishna smiled and said, no, I want to eat tonight this condensed butter in the sky. That was the golden full moon in the sky. He said, I want to eat that butter up in the sky. So gopis were laughing. Krishna, that is not butter. That is Rajahamsa, royal swan. Oh, bring him, I will play with him. So Mother Yashoda came, and Krishna complained to Mother Yashoda. He said, I wanted to eat this condensed butter, but the gopis say it's not butter, it is swan. Who's right? Mother Yashoda said, Krishna is right. It is correct to say that the moon is butter, because when the devatas and asuras churning the milk ocean, one of the things that came up is the moon. So, to say the moon is condensed butter is correct. Krishna, when he heard that, he asked Mother Yashoda, a milk ocean? How many cows were needed to create such an ocean? And Mother Yashoda said, no, Krishna, there was no need of any cows to create such an ocean. Krishna said, I don't believe that. If there are no cows, there is no milk. Some years ago in Brazil, we have some devotees in Brazil, the TV went to school, Sao Paulo, and they were asking the children, students, from where the milk comes? They come from the pot, from the cane, from the bottle. Nobody said from the cow. They're city boys. They never seen a cow in their life, most probably. But Krishna knew, no cow, no milk. But Yashoda told him, you are a very simple village boy. Let me explain to you. The creator of all the cows can create a milk ocean without the need of the cows. He said, oh, that's very wonderful. That's very, I didn't know that. All right, said Krishna, okay, let me eat the butter then. Mother Yashoda said, no, Krishna, it's not good for you. Why? You see those black spots on the moon? These are poison. Krishna said, no, I don't believe that. Scorpions have poison, cobras have poison, but the butter, no. Mother Yashoda said, you're a simple village boy, let me explain to you. When the devatas, asuras were milking the milk ocean, the first thing that came up was a big wave of poison. Gonna destroy the whole world. So the devatas prayed to Mahadev, Lord Shiva, for help. And Shiva accepted, and he kept all the poison in his hands and drank it, but kept it in his throat and then swallowed it. So some drops fell from his hand, and they touched the moon underneath the ocean. That's why it has so black spot in the moon. And some drops fell on the shore of the milk ocean, and some snakes and some, other animals, they drank this poison. That's how they became poisonous. Krishna said, I didn't ever hear this before. Okay, so why should I eat? Oh, you have all the sweet here, you eat everything you like. So Krishna was eating his sweet. And before he went to sleep, he asked his mother, please tell me a story. Children like to hear a story before going to bed. That's why 5 years ago I started in WhatsApp sharing with the Spanish-speaking devotees one of Krishna's pastime every night. So they will hear the pastime. The children tell me we can't go to sleep unless we hear your pastime. Like that. Anyway, so Mother Yashoda was telling Krishna, to make him sleep. He was falling asleep, and she was telling the story of Ramayana. that Ramchandra was sent to the forest for exile, 14 years, and they were living in the forest with Lakshman, and they were eating berries and like that. And Krishna was falling asleep. And then Mother Yashoda said, and then Ravana came and kidnapped Mother Sita. When Krishna heard that, he started shouting in his dream. He was still asleep. He started shouting, Lakshman, Lakshman, bring my bow, bring my arrow. Mother Yashoda was surprised. Hare Krishna. And the gopis, they have so much love for Krishna. No associates or any other avatar have so much love for Krishna, you know. And there's a proof of that when Narad Muni was visiting Dwarka, he saw Krishna with his hand on his head, like he's worried for something. And he asked Krishna, is anything wrong? Krishna said, yes, I have a headache. Of course, he knew Krishna can't have headache, he doesn't have a material body, but he understood Krishna wanted to teach something with this. So he followed. He said, okay, Krishna, what can I do to help you ease your headache? He said, only if you bring me the dust from the feet of my pure devotees, and I spread it on my head, that's the only thing that can give me relief. So Narad Muni went to collect from the Dwarka devotees, please give me the dust from your feet for Krishna. They said, what are you talking about? Krishna is Paramatma, is the super soul. If we do that, we go to hell. No, sorry, we can't do that. We don't want to make offense. So Narad Muni went to Vrindavan, and the gopis surrounded him, asked him about Krishna. Oh, Krishna has a headache. Really, what can we do? He said, dust from the feet can help. Immediately they start collecting dust from their feet and wrap it in a cloth, give it, please hurry up, go Krishna. Narad Muni was surprised. You know what will be the result of this? Yeah, we may go to hell, we don't care. If Krishna is happy, we're happy even in hell. So Narad Muni realized that, oh, they have so much love for Krishna. They don't care even in hell, but Krishna is happy, you know. This reminds me when Krishna was in Mathura, Radharani was feeling separation from Krishna. She told her friend Lalita, Lalita, I can't tolerate anymore Krishna's separation because it was very intense, you know. The heat from separation, if she approached a small pond, the water would evaporate, you know. So she told her friend Lalita, my dear Lalita, I can't tolerate anymore Krishna's separation. I want to die. I'm going to hug this tamal tree, was same color as Krishna, and I want you to bury me in the land of Vrindavan. And I'm sure when Krishna will hear about my death, he will come immediately. But when he will see me dead, he will be very unhappy. So I can't die because I can't give any unhappiness to Krishna. If my suffering makes Krishna happy, let me suffer forever. If that makes him happy. That's of course no suffering, it's only ecstasy. It's another type of ecstasy. It looks like suffering, but it's not real suffering. Because to feel separation from Krishna, it looks like suffering, but it's another type of ecstasy. Because missing Krishna is as good as meeting him. The union becomes stronger by separation. You know, that's what Lord Chaitanya was experiencing himself in the mood of Radharani, that he was missing Krishna, looking for Krishna everywhere, you know. Once Srila Prabhupada was preaching to some Indian minister or something. He was visiting his home. And the minister gave Prabhupada a beautiful sandal with a statue of Krishna. Beautiful statue of Krishna, made of sandalwood. And Prabhupada appreciated the gift, he accepted, and he gave it to little Saraswati. Saraswati was the daughter of Malati and Shamsun, who was like 3-4 years old. And she liked it very much, the gift. And as a little girl, she put the the statue on the table and she went to play with other children like that. And Krishna and Prabhupada was speaking to the minister about the Sikh Goswamis, how they left the government to serve Krishna in Vrindavan, and how they renounced everything like that, and how they were always feeling Krishna's and Radharani's separation. He Radhe Brajadevi Ke Hinanda Shudokuta Shri Govardhana Kalpa Padapatane Kalindi Vale Kuta Go Shanta Viti Sarvato Brajapure Kedar Mahavivalo Bande Rupa Sanatana Ranjago Sri Jiva Gopala. They were always wondering, what is Radharani, what is Krishna? Are they on the top of Govardhana Hill? Are they in Yamuna? They were always looking for Krishna, like that, and separation, and love of separation. And while talking like this, Prabhupada took the statue of the table and put it on his back, hide it on his back. And little Saraswati came, where is my Krishna? Who took my Krishna? She started crying, where is my Krishna? All the devotees were silent, they would not say anything. But one devotee wanted to help her. Saraswati, who amongst here have Krishna? And she looked at everyone, Prabhupada has Krishna. And Krishna smiled, took from his back Krishna and gave it to her. So minister was surprised that Prabhupada was teaching him that even a child can cry for Krishna. You know? So, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we have to develop more attraction to hear more about Krishna. Krishna's beautiful form, Krishna's beautiful qualities, and Krishna's wonderful, beautiful pastimes. The more we do that, the more the heart becomes purified. Satam prasangam mamavirya sampido bhavanti vidkarna rasaya natkata tadyoshanada asha bhavanagavatmani shradharati bhakti anukramishyati. That one should hear about Krishna's heroic activities and the association of devotees, because that is very pleasing to the ear and to the heart, and will give us relief from material suffering, will ease our life, no? Diminish the suffering of the material body, material world, and above all, at every step, it increase our faith, shraddha, ratir or attachment, and bhakti or devotion or love will increase. The more we hear, the more we chant, remember Krishna, these things happen. So, devotional service is the highest process to achieve love of Godhead. And in this fallen age, Lord Chaitanya came to bring the easiest way to give everyone the opportunity to develop love for Krishna by feeling his separation. By feeling the separation, all the dirty things in the heart becomes burned faster. While chanting the holy name, one should have some feelings for Krishna while chanting. One should try to miss Krishna. And one should try to cry for Krishna. And if you can't cry for Krishna, then cry because you can't cry for Krishna. But try to have some little feeling for Krishna. It's important. And of course, if one cries for Krishna, means no more crying for the material world. Finish. Finish hankering lamentation for the material world. So thank you very much for the opportunity to speak about Hari Katha, Krishna Katha. I appreciate very much and very happy to visit in Mayapur after so many years. And see the body that I came to know from that time, Gopaswami, good wife, and Mataji from that time. Still here doing devotional service, that's very, very inspiring, very encouraging, And to see so many new devotees also coming, and this wonderful festival, Balaram Purnima, that's very ecstatic, very beautiful. So thank you. Hare Krishna. Now any comment or questions? Yes.
In your first story, did Arjuna bring back the 8 children to the Brahmin?
Of course. I mean, Mahavishnu gave Krishna and Arjuna the 9 children, not 9. And they took them back to the Brahman and his wife. Here are your 9 children. Oh no, I don't want so many. No, they were very happy. The more the merrier. The children are blessings from Krishna. Krishna is giving you the service to make them Krishna conscious. It's the greatest service. Prabhupada said these are Vaikuntha children, not ordinary children. To be born in a devotee family means they are devotee from past lives. You should take nice care of them. Prabhupada said more important than taking care of the deity, you should take care of your own children. When they're small, but they grow also. But smaller, they need more attention. So that's Krishna's pastime. Because nobody can harm anybody in Dwarka. Everybody is under Krishna's protection. So that's why nobody, Ugrasena didn't say anything, or Krishna Balaram didn't say anything. Krishna knows everything. He knew Mahavishnu was doing that. He created the pastime opportunity for Arjuna to know Krishna's wonderful pastimes. Yes.
So anyway, speaking about the first temple you visited, is it a temple in Caracas?
Yes, correct.
Caracas?
Caracas, yes. Venezuela, South America. That was the first temple in all South America. Then came other temples, But the first Spanish-speaking temple was Mexico. Mexico. That's North America. But South America was the first.
So Prabhupada went to Caracas once?
Yes.
Yeah.
He wanted to go twice. After 3 months, he left the temple. He stayed 1 week. He wrote a letter saying that he was very pleased visiting the temple, and he appreciated the service of the devotees, and he said he wanted to come back. So after 3 months, he was in Los Angeles. He sent one devotee to the embassy for visa. He needed, because he has an Indian passport, so he needed a visa. But the government wasn't favorable. They denied the visa. So he could not come. But he was planning to go to Brazil, to go other countries, Argentina, other countries, but that was cancelled because other countries will also deny it, most probably deny the visa. Not favorable at that time. Communism and all these things were there.
The politics, communism.
Politics.
Venezuela was communist.
Not at that time, was not communist, but there was a lot of agitation from the communists, protests and things like that. It was very agitated time, very bad time. So the government didn't trust any new religion or anything like that. They thought maybe trouble. They didn't know. I mean, I remember I was taking care of the new Bhaktas for some time. And one of the Bhaktas, after some time, he confessed to me that he's a secret agent from the government. He said that by living with you a few months, I realized you are very sincere, very real devotees. Now I want to become devotee now.
Pray that you will not have any problem to get visa to come back to France, Maharaj.
No problem.
You give us blessings of hearing from you such nice Krishna Katha.
Thanks, Krishna. Krishna willing, I would like to come again, of course.
Don't wait 45 years.
No.
45 years.
Krishna willing, maybe next year. Why not?
Wow.
Alright, so thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada, Jai, Gaura Premanandi.
Sundar Goswami Maharaj.
Jai. Yeah, of course. That's the idea, yes. No problem. No, Radhika. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. That's all right.
I can understand.
Yeah, I will send to her the. And you can send to the mother of Switzerland.
Yes, the one
Yeah. And I mean the one use Portuguese or Brazilian. The link. They just press the link.
Yes, and then they have to.
Yeah. How are you? I think you are sick.
I'm a bit sick, yes, right.
Cold? Cold? Change of weather?
Yeah, last few weeks basically were the main program.
Yeah. Please take care. So, you will save all the things she brought. Towels, bed sheet, yeah, possible. Maybe have a place to put there. The next time. Okay, good. You still have one down. You can say that.
You need it this way?
I have. You give me one, so I really will. All right, thank you.